Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Vanzant, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. Well, I don't know what will happen.
Good morning. Let's clap it up.
Good morning.
Happy hump.
Back for another official edition of the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes, we in here.
WBKS1.com. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube, watching us live right now on Twitter, watching us live right now on Periscope, watching us live right now on Ustream, watching us live right now on the mother site, WBKS1.com, checking us out on our Facebook page, listening to us on the TuneIn app. We are all over the place, baby. Thank you for being here. This is the Man Cave Morning Show. Let's clap it up. Let me introduce the incredible squad sitting next to me, sitting around me, to my left in the red. Like he a banger or something. Got my man DJ Smooth P
in the building. Actually, I am a banger. I'm a song banger. I be banging these songs. Bang, bang, bang.
And to my far right, that dude that gets a little rude, especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him Deacon Wu.
Let's get it.
And the flamethrower, trying to look all innocent today with a little bow on her head, like she never done a damn thing wrong in her life.
Homie.
Sitting next to me, yes, the beautiful, the talented, the intellectual Jackie D.
The flamethrower.
DJ
Good morning,
Jackie
everyone.
D.
Happy hump day.
The flamethrower.
And I am humbly just the dude that cleans up a lot of the mess. Storm on the general.
Wow. That was simple.
Ain't nobody.
I didn't even even see Jackie bowling.
But we like to give some shout outs. Let's give some shout outs real quick. Shout out to my man Fat Lace on the check-in.
Peace.
Shout out to Paula de Sousa all the way from Trinidad on the check-in. Good morning, Paris Shaw. Good morning, Danielle Spencer. Good morning, Cindy Marquez. Good morning, Vereen Brown. Good morning, Ingrid Judge. Good morning, Mimi. Good morning, Derek Green. Good morning, Diamond.
Good morning.
Diamond. Get out that club. Good morning, Monique Bass. Good morning, Glow Esau. Good morning, Anthony Ferg Curry. And as y'all trickle in, we will give y'all the shout outs and the love. Good morning, Kenny Johnson. Good morning, Lucretia Lioness Roars. Yes, this is the Man Cave Morning Show, and we're going to start this off today.
Yeah, good morning.
It's a bittersweet moment because this is the anniversary of the assassination of one of the greatest leaders in our time, Dr. Martin Luther King. Yes. Great man. Let's applaud that.
I was going to applaud because we were talking about the assassination. That's why I was going to give it a hand.
Yes, great man.
Yes.
And I'm just going to pose a question to everybody. I want us to keep it real. We're going to talk about several things this morning. So you're definitely going to want to tune in. You're definitely going to want to share this out right now, no matter what platform you're listening to the show on. You're going to want to share this out to the people so they get the information, they get the entertainment, and they can rock out with us like you are.
Yeah.
So today's discussion is, how far have we come since the death of Dr. Martin Luther King? So that's one thing we're going to talk about because it is the anniversary.
Yes.
Wow.
And now our relationship topic is, would you start a new relationship with someone that admitted they cheated before in their past? So we're going to stop right there, but we got another one too.
Yes, we do.
But we're going to go right into that first one. I'm just going to ask everybody individually, starting with Smooth P. How far you think we come, man, since the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King?
Well,
as a people,
I think we've actually gone backwards.
Wow.
I don't think we've actually come too far. I think we've made some strides and ground, and then I think after doing it, I think we've gone back like several steps. If you look at a lot of things that's going on in the world now, it mimics, that time to the T.
Yeah.
Almost. Police killing blacks. If we peaceful protests, they sicking the dogs out. They got the National Guard out. Like it's just like those pictures were shown in black and white before, and now it's just being shown in color.
HD.
But it seems like HD. But it seems like we haven't come that far.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. Clap that up, bro. I mean, that's your feelings on that. Jackie D.
I agree with what P said. I don't see a whole bunch of progress, even though I wasn't born when he was assassinated. But there's not a whole bunch of progress. Even though we have had a lot of poignant black leaders.
Yeah.
And then in my lifetime, we've had Barack Obama as president of the United States. We've had that, but it just, even with that being said, I think that we still have a long way to go. No longer are they using hoses on us, they're using bullets.
Yes.
So it's still going on, and the dream has definitely not been fulfilled.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Deacon Wu.
Scriptures say they will become wiser, yet weaker. I agree with the panel. We have gone backwards. How so, Dawood? We have communities that we now run, right? Black mayors, black congressmen, black president of the United States, etc. Okay? We have integration, where we're supposedly be able to go wherever we want, do whatever we want to do. Okay? We have education. Whereas we were prevented from voting, prevented from getting an education, now we can get an education, and we can also get it for free. Right? So we have access to these things, but we are more materialistic,
definitely,
more silly. This is just me, okay? And less likely to come together. Now, the things that were going on in Dr. King's time are going on now, but now they're televising the murder of our people. Okay, do we really get together and stand up? Not really. Do we really support black businesses? Not really. Do we have an infrastructure? No. What we have is more stuff, right? You got a car, you got a cell phone and a nice television, but you have no community. You don't own the means of your own production. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And you're being dehumanized and lynched publicly. That's why they show us being killed every single day, over and over and over and over and over and over again. But what we do is we fight amongst ourselves. So in that sense, I think that the former generation had more purpose, more singular ability to stand together and sacrifice. We don't like to sacrifice because we're too soft and too comfortable and too selfish. Backwards, not forwards.
But Storm, before we go to, can I just make one more point to that actually just popped up into my head?
Okay.
About how much that we've actually gone backwards. We've gone so far backwards that there are actually places and people who are selling slaves again right now.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, facts. That's the truth.
Black people are being sold again.
That's true.
Black Africans are being sold as slaves again.
That's true.
Yes.
Absolutely true.
That's how much we've gone backwards.
Yeah.
P, are you angry, P? Are you an angry black? Does that make you angry? Why are you so angry? Why are you always so serious?
Wow.
Smoke a joint, relax, chill out, get drunk.
Wow.
It's not that serious.
I think, I hate to say
As
this,
you be
like
ironic and smart.
you know,
I'm an asshole, Jay. Come on.
As a people, I think we've gotten spiritually, just dumb.
Okay.
That's the word.
Spiritually
Sorry
dumb.
for cutting you off.
Being, I'm just being honest. I think our soul has a big gap in it. There's a big hole in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you would think that after the leadership of such a great man like this, Dr. Martin Luther King, and then there are those two that still shoot his legacy down.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I can't stand. You know what I'm saying? They shoot. It's like, what did he do?
Yeah.
And that
talking about
speech,
black folk now.
That speech. I mean, what did it really mean? And this and this and that. And
he was a womanizer.
Again, these are people that hasn't properly done their research.
Exactly.
Really don't properly know the history. Really don't know the changes that he made in society and how huge his legacy is.
Yeah.
I just think that like everybody now is using the term woke. Be woke, stay woke. Everybody's still sleeping to me.
Yeah.
Because no changes is being made. You know what I'm saying? So like we are still sleeping because think about it. Again, keyword support.
Yes.
One, we don't support, and I say this over and over again, we don't support each other. We don't support the movements. We don't support positive change. We support more negativity and ratchetness.
Yes.
Someone just said that.
As a people, you know what I'm saying? Then we support the positive growth of each other.
Yes.
And this has to change. This has to really change.
Whatever happened to that? Teach one. What was
each
that?
one
What's that
teach
saying?
one.
Each one teach one.
Yes. So then, you know what I'm saying? Everything happens for a reason. So we all, since Martin Luther King's death, we never thought we'd see a black president.
Yes.
In this country.
Yes.
With the racial divide in this country, we never thought we would see that. So once we saw that and witnessed it, this was our time to make change. This was our time to atone for a lot of the foolishness that's been going on within us.
Yeah.
Because again, it starts with us.
It starts with us.
So this was the chance to atone. And we were riding it high for a minute, and then we went back to the same old BS. You know, and it's like where does it stop? So as far as progression, it's sad, man. I want to say that we progressed so much.
Yeah.
Since the death of Martin Luther King. No, because if you don't look at it right now, our own government right now is pulling us back.
Pulling us way back.
Pulling us back to 68.
Yeah.
67.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about that. And let's read some comments from the chat. Shout out to everybody on the chat.
Yes. Wow. This is deep. So we're gonna start off with this was from Danielle Spencer. She said, "Good morning." She said, "We're taking on characteristics of our captors.
Yes.
In parentheses.
Yes.
Instead of our African culture.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Stockholm syndrome. Yes.
Yes. And Michelle Mimi Carter, she said, "Amen." I guess to what you were talking about. And Vereen Brown, she said, "MLK assassination still painful, and cop haven't." And cop haven't changed. Oh, the cops haven't changed.
No.
Right.
Too
Worse.
much privilege. But MLK, I have a dream. Make it disappeared because my thing is so small. Bring it up. I'm sorry, guys.
Where you at now?
Vereen.
Okay.
Vereen Brown. She said, but MLK, I have a dream. Make a shift. Brainwash still exists. We are followers.
Wow.
Yes, this is true.
Facts.
We can go down and read some more because it was something that Paul Joseph Williams said.
Good morning.
Good morning. He said, I agree, Smooth P. Dr. King would be pissed off with how the youth have turned out. Sisters twerking, brothers walking around with their pants hanging off their asses. We promote ratchetness over righteousness.
Facts.
Sadly enough. This is so true.
You want to know what's like, and I got to comment on that because what's crazy is, back in those days, even if a man didn't have a job, if he was out looking for a job every day, he dressed to impress. Even if he was going nowhere, like they took pride in having on a suit jacket, some shoes, a hat, a tie, to look like something. They took pride, even if they had nothing to do, no job, looking for a job, trying to, do anything.
Yes.
And in this day and age, like you said, just people come out looking crazy. Like, you have the means, you have the money.
Yes.
But instead of, trying to look like somebody or something, you just want to look like anything. And it's like everybody follows suit. They, one by one. I don't know where these new fads come from, but nobody wants to look like they're worth anything anymore.
I worked for a recruiting company once upon a time. People would show up in their pajamas.
That's crazy.
They would bring their kids to interviews.
Listen.
I just didn't understand that.
I've had people come to interview with cut off shorts, flip flops, and I'm looking at them like, were you coming here to see me? Like, are you really at an interview right now with shorts and flip flops on? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Shout out to Danielle Spencer. She said the video stream yesterday with Yolanda King was so on point. I cried.
Wow.
They sacrificed so much, and for what?
Wow. For what?
Here's the thing. When they say why did the Roman Empire fall, it fell because of decadence. Black people are the canary in the cage. When you go to the coal mine, you take a canary. If the canary died, you will realize that it was too much gas in the coal in the coal mine. We're the tip of the spear. Now watch this. This is where we live. When we espouse character, say, hey, listen, don't do that. Be better than that. You're player hating. If I say, hey, don't call yourself a bitch, it's my choice. So what's happening is our values have twisted to such a way that we're literally morally bereft. And when people try to stand upright, not on four legs, like a beast spiritually, but as a man that stands on his own 2 feet, right? So for instance, do I need to see your sexuality on display? Homosexual or heterosexual? Do I need to see you put your worst foot forward, your ratchetness? Do I need you to display your body? Okay. Do I need you to go on television and have poor impulse control? Do I need to see young people disrespecting old people? Do I need to see all of these things? And so what happens is when a person of character that says, listen, stop. Idiots then say, I'm talking about us now. I ain't talking about the white man, right? We're spiritually bereft, right? That's why it doesn't matter how much shit we obtain. You can have a car, you can give reparations to black folk. They ain't gonna do nothing but give it back to their open enemy.
Facts.
The fact, this is what made Marcus Garvey, Elijah Muhammad, Martin Luther King, etc. This is what made them so powerful. Their character, their spirituality, their ability to stand for righteousness, even though they may have cheated on their wife or whatever foolishness you want to bring out against their brother. Now, this is where we are now. Up is down and down is up. Ratchetness literally is what's in vogue. You have 50-year-old women displaying themselves
Twerking.
like video vixens.
Yeah.
And if I try to speak out against it, I'm attacked. You understand what I'm saying? So the reason we're going backwards is because morally and spiritually we're bereft. That's why it says you're wiser but weaker. Last thing. You had Marcus Garvey, Elijah Muhammad, Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael. You've had the playbook. But you refuse to accept the plans that they laid out. You don't need another leader. Farrakhan, 89 years old. But the reason we're unable to put into play the Kerner Commission, 1960 whatever, and it explains why we have riots. We're still rioting now. The reason that we are in the position that we're in because we're morally weak and unable to abstain from bullshit behavior. That's why we're going backwards. Now, you want to know whose fault it is? Okay. I just like General say. General be like, look, all I want to know is what part do we play? We don't support one another. That's why we're going backwards. And we black people deserve to be in the situation we're in.
And this is why economically, we're still not empowered.
No,
we are still not empowered.
And we're the biggest spender.
And it bothers me.
But General, you got money in your pocket, though.
No.
You got money in your pocket. What you mean you ain't got no power, General?
No, because you know why? Let me not pay the electric bill and buy these new Nikes.
Yeah.
Let me not get a mortgage on my house and buy these spinning rims.
So you got the money, but you spend it on crap. And okay, yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is we have to break out of that whole mental state. You know what I'm saying? And and it's funny because one of our topics we were going to talking about when does the partying stop?
Yeah.
And responsibilities start.
Yes.
And this goes right with that topic because at some point you got to realize what's more important in your life.
Yes.
Do you want to keep partying? Do you want to keep trying to look like the man and impress your friends and your peers around you? Or do you want to handle responsibility and get that checking account? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to handle responsibility and buy some land, get some property? Do you want to handle responsibility and set yourself up where you're working for yourself instead of working for the man? You know what I'm saying? 8 hours a day and thinking that's life.
Or 12 to 14.
And thinking that this is life and this is enough.
Yes.
And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? We starting to settle for this is enough.
Yeah.
Instead of for looking for more. You know what I'm saying? Instead of wanting more. You know what I'm saying? And this is what we've become. And then we wonder why other groups, other races are so far ahead of us.
Yes.
And no one respects us.
Because they go that extra step.
Right.
They go that extra step. So you can't talk badly about the Asians and the Jews and this and that and the Indian culture now.
Right.
Latinos are taking over. Whatever. Why are they taking over?
Exactly. They're working hard for it. Yeah.
Right.
Why? You know, and we have to look at these things. So when you talk about progress since the death of Martin Luther King, no, we didn't. There's no progress.
I'll say, well, before you do, let me say, I'll say the most progressive thing that I have seen in my lifetime that has happened since he has died is actually happening right now. Where in certain parts of Africa, the African leaders are kicking anybody out who's not African. They're taking their land. They're taking their land back. That was the most progressive thing that I've seen happen to us as a black people, and saying, guess what? You're not getting any reparations. We didn't get any reparations. So this was mine. It was never yours in the first place.
But wait a minute.
Let me get this.
Aren't black Americans different from Africans?
Not in my.
That's
the problem. We
listen,
can't.
So what they're doing over there, can we even try that over here?
We should.
Negroes, no.
Can we even try that over here?
Negroes will never do that.
There's a difference between African Americans, and I hate to say it, because they even say it.
Yes.
And Africans in Africa. There's a difference, bro. You know what I'm saying? And there's a difference the way they handle things, you know, and we have to come to grips with that, because what's going on over there in South Africa will never happen here. They won't allow that to happen here. And then we'll on that issue, we probably would stand divided on that issue. This is what we do to each other. This is what we do. Let's read some comments in the chat.
Okay, can you bring it up in case I lose it? I'm sorry. So, Gloria, McLendon Taylor.
Mhm.
She said, "You should have asked those of us who were actually in the movement to give your show some perspective on the 50th anniversary, along with younger contemporary activists. Progress must begin doing locally."
I mean,
Okay.
I agree.
You can always call in.
Yeah,
646-233-1302.
Absolutely, it's an open platform.
You can always call in. Okay.
So yeah, you still can be a voice because we had the call in number.
Yes.
And emails.
Yes.
There's so many points of contact on here.
And the phone number is right up on your screen,
646-233-1302.
if you want to call in. So Mimi Carter, she said, I hear this so much from the modeling industry. It's artistic. No, it's soft porn. That's why. I'm sorry. That's why I'm newly single. I'm too good to deal with that. Have some respect. Show some respect for your woman. I'm not accepting you in the bathroom holding up a female in Tim's on a urinal and for free. You didn't even do it for a check. Sad. Okay. I get what she's saying.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
Yes.
And just going back to address and
Yes.
shout out to Miss Taylor and everything. Good morning. Yeah, I mean, and we're going to talk about that. But see, a lot of people too forget the history and everything. And no, I was 1 year old. I think I was 1 at the time he was assassinated or whatever. But I do a lot of research. I do a lot of studying,
Yes.
and a lot of times with anything important that went on in our history in our lifetime, we're quick to forget. We're quick to forget the way we were treated. We're quick to forget the leaders that they've taken away from us. And when you have a school and the educational system,
yes,
that just take it all out.
Yeah, and don't instill these things in today's children, they are going to forget.
Oh,
so
you
this
get
is
it.
this is why we have platforms like this
Yeah.
to kind of remind you. And,
Oh, no,
and we're
you
going to
get
take
it.
everybody back to that moment of when we lost Dr. Martin Luther King.
We have information that King has been shot at the Lorraine. Back 10, he has been shot. Okay, TAC 10 advising King has been shot, 604. TAC 11, you want us to pull down? Check TAC 11, pull down. Okay, TAC 11. In the area? A signal Q. King has been shot. All TAC units on the call, you are to form a ring around the Lorraine Hotel. You're to form a ring around the Lorraine Hotel. No one is to enter or leave. Back here, we have information that the shot came from a brick building directly east across, west from the Lorraine. Okay, TAC 10 has information the shot was fired from a brick building directly across from the Lorraine on the east side, directly across from the Lorraine on the east side from a brick building, 606. All units, that's all units, 150 advising all TAC units to seal this area off completely.
Gray overcast day here in Memphis as thousands of the city's Negroes gather to march in the interrupted sanitation men's demonstration.
Leading the procession, the widow of the late Dr. Martin Luther King and her 3 children. The Reverend Ralph Abernathy, Dr. King's successor, Harry Belafonte, United Auto Workers President Walter Reuther, and other union leaders. The number of marches, previously estimated between 8 to 15,000 by various sources, may be closer to 30 or 40,000.
Local police have devised the tightest security measures ever imposed on the city.
Off they step now, black and white, out here today because their leader had a dream they intend to make real.
Bring it back. Great job by the Smithsonian.
Yes.
That came from the Smithsonian Institute. Every time I see that, man, I'm like, wow. I was 1, But you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, it still resonates with me today. You
Yes.
know, it resonates with me today. And again, if you're just joining us on the Man Cave Morning Show, we're talking about where are we since the death of Dr. Martin Luther King? I mean, you know, progress, no progress. What? Go ahead, Will.
We all saw The Matrix, and in The Matrix, you discovered that, you know, there was a guy, I think his name was Cypher, who knew he was in The Matrix, but fought tooth and nail to stay in it. Why? Because the truth was too traumatic for him to handle. Because the real world, where you're sitting in a vat of goo, and you know what I mean, and your muscles are atrophied, and you're living in a nightmare, that's the true world that we live in. But The Matrix says. So when we're talking about, let me make this germane to black people about the comment that said, you know, you need to have someone on your show that lived through the movement. You know, my parents and grandparents were a product of that movement, right? And instilled certain core values in me. So I want to speak to the people that do know what's going on and that are woke. This world is dangerous and very bad and very evil. For instance, type this into your Google, since we're talking about Martin Luther King. Type in Steve Coakley and Jesse Jackson's involvement in the assassination. One thing I need you to do for that. When you start going down the rabbit hole and discovering the way the world really works, if you're somebody like me, I'm going to take it personal. You get so overwhelmed, you go crazy, and then you want to spread your truth to everyone. Hey, the building's on fire, the building's on fire. Martin Luther King himself said, I fear that I have encouraged my people to integrate into a burning building. You got people living in the country, black folks, that's burning, and they're running back into the country that's on fire. You see? Right. So morally, ethically, and spiritually, you cannot put the fire out of sin unless you stand up on two legs spiritually. The problem with us, the problem with me, the problem with my people is that we're on fours like animals. You cannot defeat the devil unless you stand upright and tell yourself the truth. So while I hear the sister that says, you need to have someone on your show, this and that and the third, this brother studies, that sister studies, this brother studies, that brother studies. There are people, we are out here, okay? We are out here, okay? But we're getting tired. Take it how you want. Sorry to bring the show down. But listen, let me tell you, jokers know what's going on. A lot of people know what time it is. You understand what I'm saying? But unless we come together as a people and address the world the way it really is, we have cognitive dissonance. This person's a pedophile, still want to support him. That type of thing. Unless we start telling each other the truth about our relationships and about how sick we really are, we're doomed. So sorry to bring the show down. No, not at all. Not sorry. Not bringing the show down, bro. But I mean, my whole thing is this. Again, this is an open platform for everybody to speak and speak based on their experiences. And this is why I love when people, I love reading commentary, whatever, you know, a lot of shows you may call it, they don't read commentary. Exactly. You know, a lot of shows don't bring it to you the way we bring it to you, you know, and it's funny because I see sometimes like 4,000 views on a show, excuse me, no disrespect, that's talking about sex and fellatio and this and that, and like you talking about our show now? Yeah, no,
show. He's just speaking in general.
No. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Follow me, bro. Follow me.
I'm sorry.
So I've listened to some shows.
Yes.
That have like 4,000 views, and they're not talking about anything.
Okay.
But
respect.
fellatio and this and sexual this and that, whatever like that, and everybody like and
so they flock to.
And okay, I got you. Entering a whole bunch of nasty comments or whatever like that. So now, you know, you get a show like, you know, what BKS gives you, you know, the Man Cave Morning Show, whatever. Yeah. We're gonna talk about real issues, real subject, real people. Yes. Real people, real experiences that we all can relate to, that we all can share, and this is what we do here. You know, so again, if you just joined us, you can call in at 646-233-1302. Phone line is now open for anybody that wants to call in.
Okay, so I'm gonna read a couple of these comments. Nikki Raspberry, she said, right, well, Chef Tiffany Blackman, hi Chef. Dawood, you speak the truth.
Thank you.
And Danielle Spencer said, sorry, not sorry. Okay.
Respect, doctor.
And Vereen Brown, she said, MLK, I have a dream, inspired me, and he will always be the greatest mankind in our history. Okay. There were some other comments in there that I can't get to because I can't figure out how to scroll them.
I always take my mouse.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. I appreciate that.
The bedazzled one.
Ronnie Enoch, he said, as long as there are platforms to talk, then that's all it will ever be. The dream is just that, a dream. It seems King Dream was King Dream and not ours.
Wow.
Wow.
And please remember, to have a dream, you got to be sleeping.
Wow. Wow.
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt.
Do you want me to make something else?
Yeah, where we at? Okay, right here.
All right. So Michelle Mimi Carter, she said, love you guys. Wish I could listen every day. Working hard though. We get it. We get it.
Definitely.
We appreciate you
No
though
doubt.
for stopping by.
Wrap it up for
yes,
Mimi.
we appreciate
And you can
that.
definitely go back and listen at a later time.
No doubt.
And share us.
No doubt. All right. So again, if you want to make any comments in reference to what we're talking about in reference to Dr. Martin Luther King and our progress since then, feel free to call in 646-233-1302. Now we're gonna go into our topic.
Yes.
Today, our relationship topic.
Yes.
And it's funny because like Woo, when we talk about topics before the show, Woo has stuff written down on paper like Storm.
No, because I always forget what I be wanting.
And I was like,
I will forget.
I was like, all right, we gonna hit him with
Because I
that.
always forget what I said yesterday.
So I posed this question to the gentlemen and the ladies, and we're gonna have some real adult talk here on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yeah.
Okay, so they admitted they cheated before. Would you date them? And the longer question is, would you start a new relationship with someone that admitted they cheated before in their past? Would you start a new relationship with someone that admitted they cheated before in their past? Who wants to go?
I'll go.
Jackie, go ahead.
Okay. Would I? Absolutely. And the reason being is because that was their past, and I believe in second chances. And I'm not going to judge someone based on them saying that they cheated with other people, because I believe that when you become a certain age, prayerfully, some of your behaviors will change.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna, because they might be different for me. But I mean, I can understand why people be like, oh, absolutely not. But I'm a little different. I'm a little quirky and a little weird. So maybe I would, because I believe in giving people second chances, third chances or something. I might be that one where they say, I'm gonna stop. We're good. Maybe they were searching and that's why they were cheating.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay, so what about the old adage,
once a cheater,
always a cheater?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And somebody who said it probably was bitter and
Does
angry.
but does anybody believe that? Does anybody?
Oh, yeah, that's why they say it.
I'm just saying. Anybody on the panel? Does anybody believe once a cheater, always a cheater?
Who you want to go to? Whoa.
You're talking. Look, you need to be here before we go on air because we was talking about this. Whatever. Okay. Watch this. I am judgmental. I said it. For instance, if in your past, right, you stole money out of your mama's pocketbook, on several occasions, okay, I'm going to judge you as a thief. Now, if I choose to observe you to see you may have changed, right? I do believe in second chances. I don't believe in putting people in the boxes. But there are certain behaviors that are repulsive to me. When I do it, and it's repulsive to me because there are things that I've done that are wrong, right? So here's the thing. You got to observe people. You understand? I believe in giving people a second chance. But watch this. Oh, this person right here, he sexually molested his daughter. Okay, that's not somebody I want to be involved with. Now, can God interact in that person's life and bring them to the right path? Let me tell you something. I work with pedophiles. A lot of people don't. I do. So I understand this pull that I have. You understand? Getting back to the conversation. If I observe your character currently, if you acknowledge that to me, that's the first step. Right? But if I see in your behavior things that I'm not with, okay, so I don't judge people. I don't see color. I don't know what you've been doing. Everything's okay, and don't judge me. No. Everything that I do comes through the prism of my experience, i.e., therefore I'm judging. Long story short, would I date with someone that has cheated in their past? Yes. Right? But before I did, I would observe. Because there is some truth to once a cheater, always a cheater. That is just not something in the atmosphere that people
So
just
you're
say.
saying there's
well.
truth to that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
you can overcome that.
Yeah.
God can arrest you in your life and you can turn in your wicked ways. But if you were the cheater and they cheated on you, you surprised? You surprised by that? Okay.
Okay.
Rock with that.
Go ahead. P. You want to go P or no?
I'm saying P. Go. I'm gonna let you take this one, bruh.
Okay. He's gonna let me take it.
He got a lot to say.
I'm gonna let you take this one, bruh.
I'll say I have.
You have what?
So have I.
I
by
have
the way.
dated someone who admitted that they cheated before. So I actually married him. So
You married him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good for you. Clap that up for you. Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
like I said, it's me personally. I'm not really big on judging somebody for their past, and don't judge me for my past. Like even in a conversation when you're in a court and state, you know, there's certain stuff I think like
Shouldn't be told?
It shouldn't be told, like shouldn't be asked. There's certain stuff to me that shouldn't matter. I mean, asking that question, that's a poignant question. But it's just like, oh my God, you cheated on somebody? Because sometimes you have the conversation and find, well, what made you do that? And they might explain to you something. It might be something like, okay, I get it. I understand. You know. So I mean, it's not life or death, but you know, I guess at some point maybe it sticks in the back of your mind. I mean, if you see somebody moving different, then you know, that's just in any relationship. If you see people moving different, then you start thinking different.
It's important though. I think. See, you know what?
I'm not gonna say it's not important, but it's like,
Here's the crazy thing, right? Mm-hmm. So you know that when you first meeting somebody, conversation, and you start dating, and you've been with them for a minute, and then men or women ask that crazy question. This question right here,
right?
So, how many dudes have you slept with?
Right.
Yeah.
Or women saying,
how many women have you slept?
How many women have you slept with? That's not the question for me to ask. The question, like this question we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? So in your past relationships, how many of your past relationships have you cheated?
Well, that's a good one. Yeah.
Did you ever cheat before or whatever? I'd rather ask a question like that because again, then I can gauge.
Yeah. If they say everyone, then that's an
something
issue.
about the person. Because and then I like to know if we're in a relationship, like why did you cheat?
Yeah.
Exactly.
What was it that made you cheat on this person?
Yeah.
Was it this? Was it that? Was it that? Whatever like that.
And
You know
that
what
makes
I'm
a difference?
And
I'm
that,
asking. Yes or no?
That doesn't. It helps.
Okay.
I can't say it makes it different, but it helps. So then it gives me, the discretion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
To say whether or not you want to go with it or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
To see if I want to rock with it or not. You know what I'm
that.
saying? So like, sometimes I think that's a valid question to ask. Just so you know.
I understand it, and for me,
what you may be dealing with.
I don't ask questions like that, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm gonna be 100. I don't want to know, and I don't care. What you did before me does not matter to me because that was your past, and everyone come with a past. I don't.
Everyone
care.
comes with a pattern too.
This is true, but listen, and people don't walk around with warning labels on their foreheads either.
Exactly. Yeah.
You could be sleeping with the enemy and not know it until all hell breaks loose.
Thanks.
Okay, so I'm just saying we talk about these different personalities, right? That people have, right?
Yeah,
You
multiple
could be,
personalities.
Hello, you could be sleeping with the enemy and not even know it.
Facts.
And you could be like, oh, I love him, I love her, and she can be knifing you in the back, stealing all your money, setting up her a GoFundMe account. So when she's ready to roll out, you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So
You was too detailed with that description.
Oh my God!
Did you do that before?
Listen,
No.
Everybody, Google Jackie D's GoFundMe account.
I don't even know how to set one of those up.
guys,
I need $5,000 to buy
Dude,
glitter, bedazzlers.
Yes.
cannot.
Chinchilla frames.
I cannot.
Yes. Watch this, guys. Watch this, guys. How you get the information is your business. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
I care about that I get the information. Now, as an Aries and a big mouth, right? I ask questions that are inappropriate, right? I say dumb shit. I do things to shock people, whatever. But there's always a method to what I do. So now, I do care about your past because in the state that I'm in now, I'm looking to build with someone. So I'm like, okay, we see. You got crusty feet. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is, if your character is left of mine, I need to know that, number one. Number two, when you're asking personal questions, right, you got to hang on. Because people are going to spaz out on you, and you may spaz out as well. But if you want to be in a long-lasting relationship, it's your responsibility to find out if you are indeed sleeping with the enemy and if they have a pattern. Now, if you just smashing, rock on, smash until you fall out. You got every right to do that. But when you in a long-term relationship, you need to know where this person's coming from. For instance, are you promiscuous because you were abused sexually? That's a reason to be promiscuous. Or are you promiscuous just because it is what it is? You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everyone has a story, but if you're entertaining a long-term relationship, listen, whether you're like me, who is untactful, look, judgmental and stupid, whether you're like Norm, who's smooth and calculated, you know what I mean? Whether you're like Jackie, that's smooth as well. However the hell you get the information, you need to get it. And if you don't, it's to your detriment.
Yes.
That's my point. Get off this judgmental, how many dicks I had. No. It's to your detriment to know. It's to your detriment to know who you dealing with.
I'm messing.
You follow what I'm saying?
Because you have none of those on the Man Cave Morning Show.
As a grown-up, or how many vaginas you had. You happy now? It's to your detriment if you don't know who, because everyone looks good, everyone smells good, and everyone projects a role that may not necessarily be them.
Yes, I agree.
Better get that information.
I just think that at the end of the day, when you start asking people questions like that of, well, okay, they admit that they cheated before. They might have a reason. Okay, they may have a reason. They may have a reason why they cheated at that particular point in time. Now, would I prejudge them? And no, because I don't know their story. And if they're telling me their story, I'm going by what they say. I may not ever interact with that other person who they cheated with for me to get their story. So I'm gonna believe what they say until I see differently. I'm not going to just throw away what may be a potentially good relationship for me because they told me they cheated or they told me they slept with 50 or 60 women. Okay.
How many
care.
Okay, let's be honest. How many have asked that question about, if you cheated before that, think that we would receive an honest answer? Or would you give an honest answer?
I'm a B100.
Would you give an honest answer?
Can I tell you?
P, would you give an honest answer?
Can I tell you I have? I've given honest answers. I have. And that didn't stop the guy from talking to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's read some comments.
Okay. So Danielle Spencer, she said, yes, Jackie, true. I guess what regarding my comment. So Vereen Brown, she said, cheater need to clean up their mess and get that cheater out of you. Too many partners ruin a relationship. Okay. True. All right. So Danielle Spencer, 100%. If you deal with someone who doesn't love themselves and you will be cheated on. I'm not including being immature, less than 25 years old. So when you're older.
Respect.
Okay.
Deborah.
So Deborah, good morning.
Jay, that's the point you be making. Go ahead.
Yes, I think cheating comes with insecurity and immaturity. And I do believe that everyone has cheated in their relationship to some extent. Sometime on another. And therefore, I don't believe that once a cheater, always a cheater. Just like with anything, we can all change for the better. Facts.
All right.
Facts. Okay. And Danielle Spencer, she said some people mature and you get to the point that you just want peace and love surrounding you at all times. Also, some people who cheat actually are going through their own self-esteem battles where they don't have value themselves enough to believe they are enough. We evolve, hopefully, for the better. Facts.
I think that the genesis in my life has never been how many people you slept with, have you cheated, I've been in relationships where we really do talk openly and honestly, and I give people, I don't want to say the right, I give people the green light to really question me. Now, I might bug out. I might say something that you don't like. You might hit a nerve. You might see me become defensive or whatever.
Yeah.
But in my life, I'm for being open in that sense. So it's not like, so tell me, how many people have you slept with? But if I'm in a relationship, that information is going to start coming out.
Yeah.
But like General said, if I combine that with the pattern, right? I see that there's a pattern in your life. I can now decide whether I want to be with you or not. Just like if you see the pattern in my life. Like for instance, I can't keep a job. The white man, Jackie. Oh, I got fired again. As a woman, you got a right to be like, Dawood, you're the most phenomenal person in the world. But you can't keep a job for whatever reason. Therefore, I'm not loking with you. Or, hey, I just see this picture in my head of another man on top of you and I can't deal with whatever your case is. You have the right to say, whether it's valid to you or not, to say, look, I can't rock out with you because of thus and so. You follow what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
We are products of our past.
Facts.
Can you break the pattern? Can God come in your life and intervene? Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
But you're not burning me to the ground. I've been burnt to the ground before.
Let's read Kishana.
Okay.
Welcome, Kishana, and welcome
Brown. What is that?
Elias.
Abdullah Muhammad.
Okay.
I cannot say your first name. I'm sorry.
All right.
Anyway, good morning. Okay, so I'm with Jackie. I don't ask questions that are not relevant to me or my future. Everyone changes as they grow. However, as you take the time to know someone who will feel, who will feel or know what the intentions of that individual. What did you do before me is really none of my business. Okay.
Unless you're a bank robber or a murderer.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yes.
I agree with that 80%.
Okay. So
75. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll go
so
75.
now for Abdullah Muhammad, for me, it depends on how old she was when she cheated, or when she was cheating. Teenage years up until 25, I would give her a pass. In my opinion, you are a child. You are a child until you're 25 and above. Anyway. Now, if a woman I was seeking was cheating on her man with me, and I tried to leave him totally alone to be with me, that's a no-go.
No.
She cheated on him to be with me. Exactly. Laugh out loud. I can't trust that the scenario really happened to me. I feel you on that.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
That's just being dumb.
If we hooked up on some cheating, ill stuff, I can never trust you to be the one.
No.
Well, then they would probably feel the same way too.
I'm just saying.
Right?
Well, if you're both cheaters, you just got to know what you got, basically.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yes.
You got a right. General has a right to feel the way he feels.
Yeah.
You got a right to feel the way you feel. You know what I mean? Now, listen, that thing that he said about patterns, listen, patterns come from your past. So when you say, doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. It does
what
matter.
You did before me, I don't care about it. Yeah, you need to care about it a little bit.
Watch this. So let me reverse this. I got cheated on, Jay, and I saw a pattern. I physically saw it, and I went like this, Jay, look, I don't see it. Look, I don't see it. Things went on in my relationship, but it was so painful that I kind of, even though I saw the pattern, I blocked it out. And then lo and behold, something blew up. And I was like, she did me wrong. But when I re-examined it, I discovered that there was a pattern there that I saw, right? But then even though I saw it, I cut my brain off to say, I don't see it. I don't see it. Why? Because it was painful. So stop telling me you are not who you are based upon what you did. Stop telling me it doesn't matter. Now, if we are open and honest and got God on our side, we can overcome those patterns. We can choose to go in another direction. But to say, nah, Jackie, I don't see you, Jackie, I don't see you. Let me know how that works out for you.
I'm going to say it like this, and I'm going to say it until the day I leave this earth. I don't care. Has nothing to do with me. Before you and I got together, I'm looking at you, not your past and the stuff that you have done or anything. If you treat me good, I don't care what you did before me. Yes. I don't care how many vaginas you swam in before you met me, but we will be going to the doctor.
There you go. Clap that up.
That's all I care about.
Now that makes sense. That makes sense. Let's be realistic. If we are, like I said, everybody's done something. So if we really sit back and look at our own profiles of things that we have done, nobody would be dating anybody.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, I can't date you because you did this.
Yeah,
I can't date you because you did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to get to a point where you're like, you know what? Like I said, we're both at a certain age.
Yes.
And we know that we both lived life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've lived the hell out of life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to be to that point where, okay, well, we've lived life, so now we're deciding we're going to live life like this together now. So all the other life that you lived before, like Jackie said, I'm with Jackie. We're gonna go make sure that we're both okay physically first, in the health sense, and then we can take it from there. So all the life that we lived before, we just want to make sure that we both gonna be safe.
You see, I feel you.
I'm not counting your penis miles. I don't care.
I feel you, but little bro, the butts are coming.
I feel you.
Wait, okay. With the stroke, y'all missed that.
So, female over here, Woo.
Go ahead.
Woo just had the face. But anyway, female over here. We having a conversation. She says she had a high body count in men.
Okay.
But those came from relationships and guys she dated and blah, 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 blah. No infidelity factors, right?
Yeah.
Then a female over here says, yeah, I've been with like maybe 4 guys, but I cheated on all of them.
Which would you take?
All right.
The first.
So, exactly.
I would take the first.
Exactly. That high body count, again, I'm 50-something years old. So, I'm quite sure we all got a decent body count.
Everyone at this table has
when you get that age,
all of us have.
You know what I'm saying? We've lived, like you said.
Yeah, of course.
Like I will agree with you.
Right.
We've lived.
Yes.
But now if this one girl over here is saying, yeah, I only been with 3 dudes, but I cheated on all three of them or whatever like that. Again, we're talking about the pattern.
Yeah.
All right. So, but and then she gonna hit me with it's different now because I'm with you, and I really love you.
But when like one of the persons in the chat said, when did it happen? Exactly. What was the age? And what were they going through self-exploration, trying to see where they want to be in their life, because they want to get these experiences kind of under their belt.
Yeah.
And even if we are judgmental, because we as a people are very judgmental, we'll say, well, dang, she ain't had to sleep.
Because 4 is a low count, so she might have definitely been trying to.
Yeah, but I would have chose the high count woman in that case.
I'm going to say this. All men want to think that they're the first. Newsflash, you're not.
No.
You won't be. Okay? Unless you get with a 40-year-old virgin. It ain't going to happen. Let me just be the one to tell you that.
Let's read some comments.
All right. He always want to shut me down when I get started. Because it's a man cave morning show.
That's right.
Who, me or
we
Norm?
got to control you.
We all want to shut you down. Make no mistake. You're too powerful.
Okay. So I'm going to read the comments as I've been instructed. All right. So,
you criminal genius. Go ahead, baby. Read the comments.
I'm just kidding.
Read now.
Read the comments.
Read
them now.
Read now.
Eat the cake. Okay.
So the cake out of me.
Sandy B said, some people change. However, it's just in some people nature to cheat, and they will never change that.
That's a fact.
These people need to be single, but they want their cake and eat it too. So they will never change.
And Richard, you know what?
Okay.
That's something I've never actually really understood.
Yeah.
Like someone who is a habitual cheater,
Yeah.
who needs more than one person. Like, why be in a relationship?
Just be single.
Just be single. So that way you don't got to lie to nobody.
Yes.
Let me feel like this. Whenever I was single, I've always dated multiple people.
And you told them the truth.
And I told them the truth.
Bingo.
And I give you the chance to say,
Figure out if you want to be in that or not.
yeah. And 9 times out of 10, they was like, okay, you know, they respected the truth and they rolled with it. Versus, oh man, I gotta see. Yo, don't call me after such and such a time, and we gotta meet up 3-4 times.
Yeah.
Over. Like, why put yourself through all that?
Yeah.
If you really want to be single, be single.
Then be that.
I wonder,
Yes.
is it the? Because I think it's an endorphin. It's with the being sneaky. I think it's the sneaky part.
Yes.
The chance of getting caught, but yeah, now you gotta go through all the hell that comes with it.
Yeah.
So just be
These are
single.
facts. Yes.
That's my 2 cents.
I agree with everything you have to say. I wanted to rewind the tape back and say a particular word, which is resentment. Okay, now watch this. If I feel a certain way, right, and maybe the way I feel is irrational, you may feel is wrong. Maybe I have a feeling about you because it's based on judgment, and you don't think that I should be judgmental.
Okay.
If I don't tell you how I feel, because I'm afraid of what you'll say about me, that can make me resent you. For instance, you got a high body count. Oh, I think you're a whore. I think you're a whore. I think you're a whore. Blah, 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 blah. But I don't say that to you. I let it rock because I'm politically correct and this, that, and the third. And that then builds resentment towards you based upon maybe you're not a whore. Maybe you are. We're never going to find out unless I have to courage to reveal my screwed up way of thinking. These conversations always go left.
Yeah.
Because people always want to look good. They always want to look righteous and chivalrous, and it doesn't matter to them. Well, it does to me. So now, next thing. People have different personalities. I'm balls to the floor, say what I feel, let the chips fall over me. Other people, look, it's fine. Yeah. That's not wrong. But I'm emotional, passionate, rah, rah, rah. Other people, doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine. Now, if you got 2 people like that with 2 different personality types, you got to come to an agreement, right? Because if you're a quiet person, it's going to cause problems being with Dawood because I'm not.
Yeah.
Now, is the love enough? Can I compromise? Jackie, you right. You look at me and be like, shut up, Dawood, you right. But unless we have these conversations about our personality types, you're introverted. Listen, things happen to you. You go, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Other people are like, what?
Well, you got to link up.
Let's dissect the whole cheating spectrum, right?
Okay.
Yes.
So, let's break down a relationship. 2 people getting together.
Yes.
Wanting to spend time with each other in committed situation, wanting to spend the rest of their life with each other.
Hopefully not nagging the hell out of each other.
Yeah,
hopefully.
but
Prayerfully
I'm saying,
not nagging each other to death.
But I'm saying, so here you have the fantasy relationship, like everything is always going to be great. Nothing's never going to go wrong.
Yeah.
We're all going to be riding this high wave, this whatever like that. That's the fantasy
Never
relationship.
gonna happen.
So when you enter in a relationship in a reality state, that it's not always going to be peaches and cream.
Selah, preach that.
You know what I'm
way.
saying? It's not always going to be we riding the high. We're going to have some lows too.
Preach that, boy.
It's not always going to be, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's great sex all the time. We're having sex all the time, or we're spending all this time together in bliss, whatever like that.
Yeah.
That's not realistic.
So
you have to enter into every relationship knowing that it's not always going to be great.
True.
Now,
Yes, sir.
cheaters are born from situations that are not always great.
Facts.
Okay.
Cheaters are born from when there's more lows than
Then
highs.
those hard. Yes.
Cheaters are born when their expectations of what a relationship is not met.
Yes.
Feel me? So
Preach.
So the whole thing with this whole cheating thing or whatever, we have to become more realistic when we're entering in a situation. Like,
Yes.
look, I have to know from the door that it's not going to be all that all the time.
Yeah.
So if you go into it with that or whatever, and that I don't want to hurt the person
Yeah.
that I
that's
say
it. Right. That
I'm in love with.
Yes.
Right. I say that.
I don't want to hurt the person
Intentionally,
And see,
yes.
so anytime you may get an inkling, because no matter how great we all think we are,
Yes.
how righteous we all think we are,
Yes.
we may get that inkling every now and then. Well, you know what? Emotionally, you're not doing it for
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
Right.
But emotionally, if you're not doing it for me today,
Exactly.
just,
Yeah.
does that mean I
it's
cheat
going to do that
tomorrow?
Yes, got you.
Because emotionally, you're not doing it for me today.
Yeah.
Emotionally, you're not doing it for me this whole month.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, got you.
Now that plays on what we were talking about
Profitable
earlier.
conversation.
That plays on
Right.
character.
Yes.
Right.
Profitable conversation.
Right. So now we this is where we have to really start looking at some things. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. When somebody said 25, right?
Yes.
25, whatever. When I was younger than 25, and I had that moment when I did step outside my situation, whatever like that. The reason why I said I don't like that feeling is because I saw what it done to the person.
Yes.
It hurt them in a way, you know what I'm saying, where it's like I don't like to see
never
people
wanna
hurt.
do. Yeah.
So this kind of groomed me, you know what I'm saying, to when I get in a real situation, when I truly love somebody, whatever like that, I will always stop and think now of my actions
Yes.
like, okay, because once you cross that line,
Exactly. There's no coming back.
You don't know how the person gonna
so no
respond.
matter how much the desires of the flesh
Yeah.
Yes.
they kick in,
Yes.
you know once you cross that line,
Yes.
that person you cross the line with knows it.
Yes.
You know it in your
Yes.
heart,
Yes.
and
Yes.
then you have to look in the face of the person you with
Yeah.
Well
every
said.
day, like
Yeah.
I violated
Well
our
said.
trust.
Yeah.
Well said.
You feel me?
Yes.
A lot of times that's how people get themselves caught because they give their own self away.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So these are the things you have to factor in.
And believe it or not, that scenario that he just laid out, you could come back from that. Won't be easy though.
Yeah.
You can, but you got to examine yourself in the person. So like, I would leave him if he cheated on me. I would leave her. Just, You can come back, right? It's not like out of the realm of possibility that can make you stronger. But it could also destroy the relationship.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You got to rock with whatever
It's a
comes
gamble,
with that.
man. It's a
You're
gamble.
throwing the dice on the table, right? And you're gambling. Sometimes you come on craps. Sometimes you know what I mean.
True.
Sometimes you get
All I
whatever
can
snake
say,
eyes,
man,
whatever the case is. You know what I mean?
I know at
Yeah.
this stage in my life, it's not worth it. Like Storm said, every day is not going to be sunshine and rainbows. You know what I'm saying? But to venture into another relationship is, first of all, my first relationship is hard enough. So to fathom starting another one, a side one with somebody else, and have to maintain that is like just straight madness. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you're married, of
It's like
course.
putting on a second job.
It's exactly, you know what
Listen,
I'm
if
saying?
you
And my belief with second jobs is this: I have a saying: if I need a second job, I need a new first job. So I feel the same way.
if you're in this space and you're married and you say you love your mate,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's not. If you're single, that's something else. You follow me? We got to
Yeah.
be clear here.
But
know
you
what
can't
I mean?
be single and cheating.
Yeah.
You say again. You can't be
I said
single?
you can't be single and cheating. If you're single, it's not cheating.
Okay. So
Well said, sir. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
said, sir.
So-
well said, sir.
So I'm going to read
We'll
some of
leave
the
it at
comments.
Leave it at that.
Michael Lamont, when fantasy meets opportunity, we become overtaken by the thoughts of entitlement. Therefore,
Ooh, who
we
said
pursue and conquer what we feel we're entitled to.
Wow.
That's cheating.
That's cheating.
Okay.
Pop
All
that
right.
up.
So
That was deep, Michael.
That was
Lamont.
kind of deep.
Okay.
You have to think about that, sir. Put my glasses on.
Break it down.
Who
they
said
want you
that
to break
shit?
it
Who
down.
said that shit?
Okay, so Kishana Hunt Brown, addressing infidelity is something that most people do not want to talk about. Personality differences should not be a factor when you are discussing physical contact with another person. Thank you, Norm. That was a wise way to sum up cheating. And she says, I do know. I'm sorry, it jumped. I apologize. She wrote a lot. She said, it keeps jumping. I hate this computer. It works better on Norm's. Yes, it keeps jumping.
Yeah, they be coming in fast.
That was Kishana. Okay,
Where
did you see
where
it?
going at?
Okay, I have it here. Did you get it? If not, let me finish. I got it. She said, "Thank you, Norm. That was a wise way to use summing up cheating." She says, "I do not think it has anything to do with insecurities. People do what they want to do, as you stated yesterday.
Facts.
You cannot control choices people make. Honesty is the common factor here. If you ain't rocking, then you should be mature enough to walk away or open your mouth and say it. Don't be a coward. I guess you're talking about being someone that's a cheater, because that's what we're talking about. And totally understood that. So Mimi Carter, she also said, I'm not a person who physically cheats when I feel slighted, but I have emotionally cheated. But I would never cross the physical line.
Is it the same thing?
Nope.
Is one worse than the other?
Part 2 of the show. Emotional cheating?
If I'm married or I'm in a relationship, and someone emotionally is carrying me, they have taken over that place that you used to take. You know what I mean? I can talk to them about anything. They can hold me up. They can lift me up. They can talk me off the ledge. Whereas when I come home and I'm in that relationship and all you do is browbeat me. Let me finish. And all you do is browbeat me.
Sis.
I'm emotionally checking out because I done checked in with someone else.
I
you
agree.
Understand what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Oh my God!
I agree with
2
you.
out of 3.
I agree with you, sister.
They agree.
I agree with you.
No, I'm giving me that like Jay.
Let's get
No.
I agree with you.
I rock
Jay.
with you.
I agree with what you just said.
You know what? I'm about to start.
Yes.
I'm about to start some ish.
Come
I don't
on.
care how much you want to admit it.
Okay.
I don't care.
I'm scared, y'all.
Come on.
I don't care.
Go ahead.
I know you married.
Yes.
I'm married.
Yes.
You married.
Yes.
But I think we all emotionally cheat.
I agree.
I think at some point, because listen, when you walk in the house, right?
Come on.
And there's something you really want to discuss with your significant other.
Yes.
And they sort of shut you down.
Yes.
And they're caught up into their own world,
Yes.
their own thing or whatever like that. And you need to get something out your system
Oh,
or whatever.
preach,
And
boy.
they're not there for you on
Preach.
that level or whatever like that. And then you happen
Yes.
to talk to somebody else about it.
Yes.
And they are supportive and they do listen.
That may be
I'm
of
about
the
to bang on
opposite
the
sex.
table. I'm about
Yes.
to pull a
Go
wool.
ahead. Bang on. I bang on enough.
And they embrace you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they really listen to you.
Yes.
Really
And
listen.
And they maybe give you a solution.
Yes.
And validate
or whatever
your
like
feelings.
That. You know, whether we know it or not, we emotionally cheating.
agree.
We're
Yes.
emotionally cheating in a way.
Facts.
You know, now, is that
That's
emotional
facts.
cheating, or is that just I just needed someone to talk to? All right, it's a thin line. It's a thin line right there between I just need someone to talk to.
I think it's both.
And someone to
Go ahead,
listen to
P.
me.
Well, this is
It is a thin line.
This is what I want to say to that, though.
Yes.
Okay, because all right. So let me ask the question as to why did you go to someone of the opposite sex? If you're going to someone necessarily of the opposite sex to have this conversation, then I would say that it probably is emotional cheating because, like me and you talk about a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We brothers. You know, we're guys. So I think when you take it to that level, when you decide that okay, I'm going to go to another woman and discuss my problems with my wife or my significant other, that is a form of emotional cheating. Me personally, I have lots of one of my best friends is a female, but when me, and she knows my wife, but when me and my wife go through different stuff we can have a conversation. She would never know that. You know, she always asks, well, how's your wife doing? She's good. Da da da. I tell you, say hi, blah 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 blah. But I never would voice those things to her, you know, versus I might come to you and say, man, look, bro, or one of my other boys, man, this is going on. Like, I think when you take it there, that definitely probably is emotionally cheating, because you can have those same conversations. It doesn't necessarily have to be with someone of the opposite sex, and the same thing with the woman. If she takes it to another man, you know, and what that always do, that opens up lanes for things to happen.
Let me
Danielle said it. She said that. I'm sorry.
Okay,
She did
come
say
on.
that. She said that she thinks emotionally cheating is far worse. She said because once you have the mind, the body will follow.
Facts.
Okay.
And you know what? And this is why it's important. Again, this is why it's important to communicate. You know, or being able to see. And look, ladies, I gotta say this. And again, I'm saying this on our side because this is the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes.
It's like, geez, put on your glasses and learn to read and see the fine lines.
Wow.
And you have to learn how to read your partner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you are reading them, but you just don't care.
Don't care.
Yeah.
And that's another factor.
Yes, I've been guilty of that before.
You know what I'm saying? And because like you said, some people say emotional cheating better. You know, I think I could survive emotional cheating more so than I can physical cheating. You know, I may be more forgiving in that lane. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you, emotional cheating happens all the time.
Yes.
When a person, you know what I'm saying, when you can't talk to a person about something, or you did talk to them about something, and every time you bring it back up to them, they be like, "Oh, I don't remember you said that."
Yeah.
I just talked to you about that yesterday.
Yes.
You don't remember we talked about this? So these things like that create the atmosphere for emotional cheating, because especially if you're working around, and let me just get this out, well, especially if you're working around, if you mainly work around men all the time.
Yes.
And
yes.
In my case, if I work around women all the time or whatever like that, you know, and it don't have to be about what's going on in a relationship.
Yeah.
It could be just about something like how you feeling.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know what? Dang, I've been hurting. I haven't been feeling right. Such something's going on with me. I don't know what's going on. And then if I bring that to you, and then you're like, take a Tylenol. So anyway, did you see the drapes that this place had? Oh my God, such. Babe, I'm getting a numbness in my left arm and stuff like that. Oh, and you know what?
Put some tussin on it.
Two aspirins would take care of that. Oh my God, my girl had this nice thing she put in her car and such and like.
I cannot.
But
I get.
But you see what's happening.
Yes, you're being ignored.
You see what's happening, and that creates the atmosphere.
Yes.
Go ahead, Will.
I gotta address what he just said. Then try to remember my point, because that's such a great point. That's when personality comes into effect. Look. I just burned the car up.
Yeah,
hey, why you burn the car up? I don't want to talk about that. Huh? Or hey, babe, I feel like this. Ooh, did you see the dress? Did you see this? Did you see that? Right? So now, if a person does something, whatever, and you want to talk about it, I don't want to talk about that, continues. Or if you say, hey, babe, my arm is hurting. My arm is really, really hurting, and the other person ignores you, that's how patterns and personalities influence relationships. So I just wanted to get that out there, because when he was talking, it rang a bell. Let's get back to this emotional cheating.
Okay.
It is intention, discretion, and communication. What do I mean? As a formerly married man, I got a lot of friends that are married. My boys call me up that are married, ladies, and say the most outlandish shit you ever heard of in your fucking life. But watch this. Even though people say you talk a lot. No, maybe always talking. These friends that I have, right? I don't discuss that.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said? No matter what my married friends tell me, either I gotta talk them down from the ledge, or they may say I cheated on my wife, or whatever. Right? Whatever these brothers do, or say, that's my family. It stays with me, and I gotta rock that.
Yeah.
The woman might be like, "Oh, you know so and so was shit." Yo, Duke. In this particular instance, right? My friend came to me. Now, if that person, that's that strong, stalwart compadre, happens to be a female, like you, for instance, I'm tight as hell with you.
Yeah.
If me and you having that type of where we're friends, whatever, and my woman just looks at you and finds out I said it.
Yeah.
No one's going to listen to Jackie's really my friend.
Yeah.
She's really my sister. It ain't really like that. They going to jump. Oh, you must have been cheating on him. If you got a friend, right, and your intention is to support them, not just give them the answer. Be like, P, I hear you. You know what I mean? Let me stop. Imaginary friend. I want to get nobody in trouble. Imaginary friend. It's not sitting at this table. It's not Jackie. It's not Norm. It's not P. God damn it, my wife is driving me crazy. Or, did you see that ass? Or, I can't stand the way she. If your intention is to vent that and get whole and go back to your wife and be a good person, that ain't cheating. And if the person that you do that with is a female, it ain't either. But you got to know, if it happens to get out, and it's Jackie instead of Norm, if it gets out, everybody's going to assume you emotionally cheated.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's a fine line.
I like that breakdown. That was a good breakdown.
It's a fine line, because we do talk to, it's like my wife, she got male co-workers or whatever like that. Quite sure she talked to them all the time. Whatever she talked to them about, that's what she talked to them about. But my thing is, if the conversations... vary.
Yes. Yes.
If they vary.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Spider
You know what I'm
sense.
saying? One type of conversation with me, different type of conversation with them.
Yeah.
That could be a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this. I didn't tell Norm this. So I get home last night. I spent a lot of time here at the studio. And the reason being is, one, because I'm perfecting my craft, right? So I get home, and I normally don't eat when I get home. Anyone who knows me, they know I do not eat after 7 p.m. First of all, I'm of a certain age. So where's it going to go? Straight to my hips and butt. I'm not trying to be a fatty for the rest of my life, right?
Okay.
So I said, so my husband calls me yesterday. He was getting off work. And I said, well, I already ate. I said, I already ate. Me and Norm already ate. We ate like at the studio. We ate, right? He goes, you know you eat more with Norm than you do with me?
Wow.
Look.
Dropping bombs over there.
Let's unpack this, shall we?
I press it every day.
Listen.
He's pressing every button.
Listen.
She's not even giving it back to me. She's like, no, Dawood, no. I'm not finished.
This is the thing for me. I said to him, first of all, it's acknowledgement. I said to him, you know what? You are 100% correct. I took ownership. Okay. Norm is my friend. He ain't going nowhere. He's my friend.
Okay.
He is my friend.
Okay.
I'm cool with their wives. They're like brothers to me.
Right.
So let's nix all of that and
Right.
just say what the issue was. The flag said, you're not spending enough time with me.
Right.
When I come home and I'm hungry, you don't want to sit and eat with me.
Yes.
Because that was a pattern.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's not healthy to me to eat after 7. That's for me.
Okay.
Know what I did?
What's that?
I cooked dinner and I ate with him.
There you go. All right.
Bang.
Make
I
you a
wasn't
salad or
hungry.
something. Get you some lettuce.
I wasn't even hungry.
That's water.
But because he said that,
Yeah.
I said, you know what? You're right.
Thank
I do.
you.
I will
On
eat
behalf
with you.
of men everywhere, thank you.
But I'm not emotionally cheating on him. Even though, I'm not going to lie, when I come in the house, I check out a lot. And I check out because I have so much stuff going on in my mind from the show that we had, the show that we're going to have.
Yeah, this show takes up a lot of
that
space.
we're going to do.
This show takes a lot of space.
You know, the places that
In
we're
your
going
head,
to
in my
go.
head. Yeah,
And
that's
the
true.
things that we're going to do future. I'm thinking about stuff
Yeah.
that's happening over the weekend. I'm
Right,
thinking
right.
about
It's-
a whole bunch of stuff.
show
So
takes
my
up.
mind is all like this. And I do. I have. Because I know our window is short. You understand? So
Yes.
I can't cram everything I want to say to you in a short window. Then
Right.
you're going to feel really cheated.
Right. I got to take a left right quick.
Yes.
Then go back. You know, a lot of times when we discuss like police shootings, violence,
Yes.
and all of this heavy shit that we talk about,
Yes.
I take that home. And until you marry to the spouses of these beautiful people, like we do a lot of research, a lot of work, and we pour our guts out every day. It's not necessarily that these beautiful people don't love you.
Yeah.
We are human.
Yeah.
And when we tackle these type of topics and got a battle back and forth, it may appear that we're distant.
Yeah.
Right? But we're not. We're just human. Okay, continue on with the cheating.
Yeah.
And blah,
All
blah,
right.
blah, blah,
So
blah.
let me address the pink elephant in the room.
Oh, wow.
He called me a pink elephant.
He said pink elephant.
No, the
you
situation.
Stupid.
Let me address the pink elephant in the
You
room.
are funny.
Yes.
Yeah, what you saying? Well, let me get to this. Let me get to this.
All right.
Yes.
Shout out, salute the hubby, great guy.
Yeah.
Dow, great dude. Bruh. We work here and we eat here. We work, we eat, we
Yes,
work, we eat,
yes,
we
yes.
work, we eat. Right. So after every show,
We
Eat.
either it's gonna be all of us getting something to eat,
Or some
or
of
just
us.
who's left.
Right.
Yes.
All right. So
We
9
break
times
bread
out
a
of
lot.
10, she's prepping herself to be a DJ the whole nine. So she's practicing. The equipment's here. Whatever
ain't eat
like
breakfast.
That. You know.
Ain't eat lunch either.
She's hanging around. She's doing something. I'm around. I'm doing something. Whatever.
He drinks some water.
So like, again, I known Jackie for a long time.
Yes.
You know, and it's like, all right, it's only food.
He said, it's only food.
It's
We gotta
only
eat.
getting lunch.
We gotta eat.
You know, my wife, she don't
Yes.
have no problem, whatever like that. You
And
know?
she's come out to eat with us.
But the difference is, she met her, she hung out.
Yes.
Right.
She hung out
That's
with her.
the difference.
The whole nine.
Right.
Whatever. You know, and that's the
Gotta
whole
get 'em
difference.
out. Gotta get 'em out.
So,
That's the difference.
You know, that makes a hell of a difference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like, you know, and then I'm going to the favorite spot that I go to all the time.
Right.
When he walk into the building,
Where
they be like,
people
no!
see me at.
Wings, no,
That know my,
wings,
that
know
know
his
my
name.
wife, that know my name,
Celery
that know my
sticks-
wife, that see my
celery
wife,
sticks,
that
Jackie?
says, "Oh, where's wifey?" Blah 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 blah. So you know what I'm saying? It's like all it is food. And yes,
Yes.
we probably and this is one thing I realize about
Yeah.
people that are in relationships and people that work. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So like, you know, a lot of times our spouses or our mate spend more time at the job.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
Yes.
with their
Facts.
coworkers
Fact. That's a
than they
fact.
do with their actual mate.
That's a fact.
And
I
the spouse, you-
definitely do.
We have to have a show about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Facts.
And so the reality to that is
That's a fact.
This is why I may have a problem sometimes when you come home and I say,
Yeah.
"Hun, how was your day?
Yes.
Or what did you do today?" and whatever. And if you like, "Well, nothing." I'm like, "So you mean in 9 hours?"
I agree, sir.
You ain't
9
did shit.
freaking
No,
hours.
you didn't
You didn't do Jack. You didn't talk
Quit.
about
You didn't
Jack.
do
Like,
shit.
I want to
Quit.
know who called you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know things like, you know, who's you talking to? Anything come up with the fam?
Yeah.
Anything, you know, just general
Conversation.
conversation.
Appease me
Yes.
a little bit.
Yes,
Agreed.
because we husband and wife. We share
Yes,
certain things,
yes.
whatever. You know,
Yeah.
Nothing.
I can have the conversation with you today. Jackie came
Yeah.
in shouting and screaming
Right.
to the station.
But you know
today
what, Storm?
Right.
and bugging out. You know,
Right.
To the real,
right.
I'm be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
When I come home, the last thing I want to do is talk about is my day at work. Sometimes that's like we could talk about anything else, but I don't want to talk about work.
I get you.
Well, I get it.
Here, I don't mind, you know,
Yeah.
because this ain't really work to me. Well, work, because it's, you know, because I deal with so many people and so many different personalities in a day, like literally hundreds of people, you know, and personalities. Like
Yes.
sometimes it's too much, and the last thing I want to do is rehash any
Yes.
of that.
But you know what? The best thing about coming home and someone telling you about their day, you're kind of like that diary.
Yeah.
That you're that virtual diary because they may not want to share what happened at work because they want to talk about their coworkers. And you're that sounding board.
Yeah.
So they, you know, like even if you don't want to hear it, and I've told you this story 20 times, act like you're interested.
Yeah, just
You're
pretend.
right.
Just
You're right.
pretend.
That's
I'm
true.
okay with
It's
you pretending.
profitable for the
I'm
relationship,
okay with that.
even though you heard it a million
yeah.
times.
Yes, go ahead. I'm
Because
sorry.
I'm saying, because what Storm said is absolutely correct. Like, so I'm definitely with the people I work with way more than I'm actually with my wife. My schedule, I'm generally there at
Yeah.
least 10 hours a day, at least. Sometimes 12,
and you're probably
sometimes
up
it's 14.
3 hours before that.
Yeah, so you know, so it's like sometimes we pass like this, you know, and it is crazy how much time you spend away
Yep.
from your
That's
actual
true.
family, you know.
Listen,
Yep.
I understand. I worked at a job where I literally got up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning because I had to be to work at 6, but I had to drive so far. I usually got to work between 5:15 and 5:30 because I like to be a little bit on time. I don't
Yes.
like to feel rushed.
Yeah.
I would be gone from my house 12 to 13 hours a day.
Yeah.
So by the time I got home, and he worked at night, I worked during the day, so
Wow.
our window was extremely
crazy.
short.
Yeah.
And I try to cram in everything I could in that hour and a half while he's getting himself together, and I may not have seen him until the next
day,
night
yeah.
when I came from work because when he comes home,
You're leaving
I'm
it.
gone.
Yeah.
I don't see him. So now he has a different job where he's home by 6.
Nice.
And I'm usually flying out of here because you guys don't even understand how much time I spend here because I'm perfecting my craft.
I got it. I
Oh my
got
God,
it. This
I'm
what
scared.
this what we could do for hubby.
What?
Because we get lunch after the show, bro.
Yeah.
But this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna have her FaceTime you.
But we've
no,
done
no,
that.
no. But listen.
Yeah.
Go get
and
a
bring him
sandwich.
something.
No.
Don't eat
Yeah.
his food.
No, wherever
Don't do
he's
that.
at.
Yeah.
Get a sub or something like that. Have her set up FaceTime.
Yeah.
Whatever like that.
Y'all can have
And
lunch
she can eat
together.
lunch. Boom, boom, boom. I can eat lunch. Blah, 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 blah.
But
Because
we've
a lot of
done
times,
that.
a lot of times, I don't even feel like talking when I eat. So you can talk. So you can talk to your wife.
Facts. We've done that. we've done that. We FaceTimed when we've gone out, and it was that woo. It was
of course.
kiss. You know, we've done that.
We let each other know what we're doing.
Listen, and we're family here.
Yeah,
and
we're definitely family.
Now, even I'm gonna be honest, if I vent to these gentlemen here about something that may be going on that I might need a perspective on from the male view, I'm venting to them because
you're
can
emotionally
give me
cheating with me. You're cheating.
They can give me that male perspective.
Yes.
Now, if I go to a female, I'm going to her because she's gonna give me the female perspective. So listen, we all have probably been guilty of it, but not knowingly doing it.
I got to put a placeholder before we go to hot
and then we're gonna read some comments
before we end the show.
Yeah, shout out to Chick-fil-A. They will be our new sponsors.
Respect. Wow, love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I just got some news.
Chick-fil-A. Freaking love them.
Doing so low, can't see the camera. But
I love them.
Are they racist or whatever? Food is good as hell, though.
Listen,
I'm just saying, Chick-fil-A. I hope I don't lose my black card. I love Chick-fil-A. I'm not boycotting Chick-fil-A.
Who's talking about boycotting?
No.
No, forget it. I love Chick-fil-A. Before it was on the show.
So when y'all say boycott, nope.
Yeah. I'm down with Chick-fil-A. Just letting you know.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about
Chick-fil-A too damn good.
I ain't on that boycott train.
This too damn good.
I'm eating.
But
I'm eating. Okay.
Yeah, I'm eating much Chick-fil-A, son.
Yes. I wish I could have gone with you.
That's what we going for lunch.
Before the sponsor or not, I'm eating much Chick-fil-A.
I'm going to Chick-fil-A.
But just so you know, Jackie,
she only get the nuggets.
You will be paying for your own lunch. I'll be paying for my own lunch.
Pause. I've paid for lunches, okay? I'm very generous.
And I'll be like this.
I can't with him. So, Danielle Spencer said, congratulations. Muhammad, I'm sorry, I'm touching your mouse.
No, it's all good.
Okay. Mimi Michelle Carter said, nice. Congrats, guys. And she did a whole bunch of dancing.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
Today.
Muhammad Shafé, great team. So everybody's saluting you.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
I wanted to do a little housekeeping and just say this. Like, this may be off topic, but it's resonating with me. Okay, number one, when it comes to this show, right, and what we do, we leave this shit on the table every day. Like, it's draining, it's fulfilling, and it's beautiful. Number one, it takes a whole lot of energy. That's the first job, where I go and gut myself and say I'm judgmental and I'm bitter and everything else for the public, right? Because I think it's what we need as a people, and I love you guys as my family.
Yeah.
From here, that's my first job.
Yeah.
My second job is working with mentally ill people.
Yeah.
For 8 hours or sometimes 16 when it snows on the ground and I can't get back to my first job, which is the radio station, right? Mm-hmm. So by the time I hit my bed, people think that people that talk for a living are not working, or people think that People think that deliver what we deliver. I'm not complaining, but you need to know something. Everyone that's involved with us in relationships have no idea how much it takes from us. It is not easy bearing your soul buck ass naked 5 days a week.
And it stays on the internet forever.
Stays on the internet.
Worldwide.
Wait a minute. Hold on. And then people could be like, Norm, did you say
I've had it done to me.
Did you say so and so? Look, you're anti-Semitic. You're racist. You're this. You're that. We're gonna fire you because of this.
I don't care what anybody say.
Now, from there, then P goes from here and goes to a job. Did you hear what he said? Where he deals with hundreds of personalities.
Yeah.
I deal with hundreds of personalities. So forgive me when I go home and I'm like this.
Listen,
it's not personal.
He goes to a job and deals with hundreds of personality. I sit next to Jackie. I deal with hundreds of personality. Same ish.
I'm not saying anything.
These are facts.
I go home. I deal with 50.
I'm about to say. Then I go home and deal with like another 10 or 12.
If you got a beautiful black woman in your life, Joker,
exactly.
You are dealing with multiple. Yes, you are.
I love Sandy, Samara,
Anna, Man Cave Morning Show. We're getting too soft.
See, that's why I never got a cheating rate. So I could cheat with my own wife. It's like 12.
If you got a beautiful black woman, you got about 10 of them.
How about
Julius, I was actually talking about the mouse, the actual mouse.
What does he say? You playing with the mouse? Oh, yeah, let's not say that.
Okay, so I'm gonna read some of these comments before we move
nuts.
on. So Danielle, let me go to Mimi Carter. So Mimi Carter, she says, Michelle Mimi Carter, she says, true. I am married to my job. I'm part-time model and a general manager of a London clothing store.
Nice.
I do 40 to 60 hours a week.
Right.
Give me a reason to divorce my job. Give me a reason to keep it to 40 hours a week. Give me a reason not
40? Wow.
to emotionally cheat.
Damn.
Listen,
I
I
worked
understand
for
what
40
she's
hours a week.
saying because and I'm gonna go read some more, but I'm gonna go on to that. When I was in management,
Speak to that.
When I was in management, and I worked for this company that did recruiting, and they hired for one of the biggest companies that's overtaken everything. When I worked at this particular company, I did not have time to pour anything into my household because I was busy pouring into everybody every day. And if you do that, and I only worked 4 days a week, so I had 4 on, 3 off, right? Those 4 days, it was so much that I was giving to everyone else. On those days off, all I wanted to do was be a couch potato and watch TV and not talk to anybody. I had literally turned into the man because men do that. Men check out.
Yeah.
Okay, I had literally checked out, and you couldn't even ask me what was in the refrigerator because I didn't know. I didn't know where anything was because I was not mentally there.
Now, can anyone, are we qualified to speak to that comment? Because there are 4 workaholics on the panel.
Yeah.
Wait. And not everything about being a workaholic is good.
No.
My
there
mother
are
used to say-
downsides. Can we agree?
A lot.
There are downsides to being a workaholic. That's all I'm saying.
My mother used to say,
That's all I'm saying.
all money ain't good, money.
That's a fact.
What my mother
That's
used to
another
say.
topic.
You're talking. So when she makes the comment, right?
Yeah.
You're talking to 4 workaholics.
And being
So
in
maybe
this,
you should talk to somebody that's not a workaholic.
can we?
that can enlighten. I'm serious now.
No, we get you, but can we all agree that being in the industry that we're in is a different entity in itself?
Yes, definitely.
And you have to be emotionally strong to deal with people who are doing this type of stuff.
Yeah, no
right?
doubt. No doubt.
Right. Okay.
All right,
go ahead.
so as the time, the clock is ticking.
Yes.
Sad to say, it was a great day though.
It was.
It was a great day, yeah.
It was an amazing day.
MICKEY.
Yes, and again, rest in peace, Dr. Martin Luther King.
On his
Rest in
50th
peace.
anniversary
Great
of his
ancestor.
assassination.
Thank you again for all your contributions.
Thank you, ancestor.
To this world.
At least now he has his wife with him too.
Yes,
Pour
yes, yes.
libation for the great ancestor.
Yes, we want to thank everybody for joining us on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Yes.
We
as
will
always.
be back tomorrow.
God willing.
We're going to skip the Hot or Not today.
Okay.
But we'll be back tomorrow with one. And don't forget to tune in. We got several shows lined up. From 5 to 7 is the Wine Glasses Up show. With your girl Lioness Roars. Then from 9 to 11:30 p.m. is the official Live in a Cypher show, where we talk social issues and hip hop.
It's Wednesday.
Yes, it's Wednesday, and be on the ones and twos, rocking out with a set. So make sure there's a lot going on WBKS1.com today. So make sure y'all tune in and y'all check it out and everything. And just remember, this show is never about us.
Nope.
It's always about you.
Because you are
The next best kept secret.
Smooth Pete, take us out.
Wakanda.
Oh, we love y'all. Did we say that? We love you.
We love you today.
We love you. Facts.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you missed any part of this show, make sure you share it out.
Yes. Watch the show again 2-3 times.
Yo, this is
Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy, Samore, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
Storming up. This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful.
We out. Raised in the ghetto, singing songs called Survival.